Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another series of tutorials with me, Aubrey. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, subscribe, like the video, and share with your friends. Invite someone. Yeah, so basically, welcome to tutorials with me, Aubrey. In this lesson, we look at a tutorial sheet from Mulungushi University. This is Mathematics Methods 2. This is tutorial sheet 5 and 6. This tutorial is on limits. Yeah, so subscribe to the channel and hopefully we'll get through this tutorial together. But today I'm just going to look at very interesting questions in part 1. Then in the next video, or maybe hopefully we can get to part 2 as well, but my hope is just to get through interesting questions. So if you see a question that you're interested in, or if you have a question that you're interested in, you can comment in the section below. Then I'll be able to do that question for you. So, but basically today we are starting with question 1, and we're just going to look at a few things, then understand a few things about limits. All right, so question 1 asks us to evaluate the limits. Now, what you should know is that a limit is just a function. All right, you're putting in a number in a function. Let's say, for instance, you have a function f of x equals to 2x plus 1. Then you are asked to find f of 2. What you're just doing is you're replacing 2 wherever there is x, so meaning that where there is x, you're replacing 2 wherever there is x, you're replacing 2. That will be 2 plus 1, which will be equal to, that is 4 plus 1, which is 5. So that is basically what a limit is. All right, so a limit is a function, and this function you're replacing in the number that we are approaching. So for instance, the limit of 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 as we are approaching 5 is basically we are going to replace 5 wherever there is x. Okay, and that is how you read limits. So the limit of 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 as you're approaching 5, just going to replace 5 in the limit. So for instance, let's start with the first one to have a building block of what we are doing. All right, so the first question, that is 1 here, is asking us to find the limit as x approaches 5, okay, of 2x minus 3x plus 4. Okay, the limit of 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 as x approaches 5. So where there is x, we're replacing in 5. So basically this will be, let me just write here. So this will basically just be 2. Then we have 5 to the power 2 minus 3 times 5 plus 4. Okay, then we further simplify. That will be 5 squared, that is 25, minus 3 times, that will be 15, plus 4. Then we simplify further. That is just giving us, that is 50 minus 15 plus 4. All right, when you punch that on your calculator, what you're going to get is basically 39. All right, and that's your answer. That is how you solve these limits problems. So basically you're just putting in the number that you're approaching in that function. So this is the function and you're putting in that number you're approaching, like that. So same applies here. You just replace 2 wherever there is x. So let's look at that one. So for instance, we have the limit limit, so for we're doing now this one, limit over x to the power 3 plus 2x squared plus 4 divided by 5 minus 3x as x approaches negative 2. As x approaches negative 2. So again, we just replace wherever there is x, we're replacing in negative 2. So this would be negative 2 to the power 3, replace here, plus 2 times negative 2 squared plus 4. Okay, then we're replacing 5, that would be over 5 minus 3 times negative 2. We simplify that on top, this will be negative 8. That will be negative 2 squared, that is 4 times, that will be plus 8. Then that will be plus 4. Then divide by, that will be 5 minus, that will be plus, so this will be plus 6, like that. So what you're going to remain with is simply 4 over 11 as your final answer. So that is basically what limits are. So we are just getting the number that we're approaching, we replace in the function, and we see how we go from there. So that is the answer for this one. Now, there will be cases where you replace in a number in a function, like on this case, when you replace in, let's say you replace in 2 at the bottom, you're going to get 0. Even at the top, when you replace 2, that will be 2 to the power 4, that will be 0 over 0. So when you have a limit that is, maybe you have your answer as 0 over 0, 0 over 0, or you find infinity over 0, or 0 to the power 0, or what else? Infinity times infinity. When you get such an answer as you are just replacing in a function, what you say is that that limit is undefined. Okay, so that is what we say. We say the limit is undefined if you get such scenarios. So here, when we get such scenarios, we say the limit is undefined, but we need to determine if this is undefined forever or it has a removable undefinedness. All right, so that is what we're going to look at in the next lesson. So stay tuned.